Dave Folds. He's the owner of Cronies Sports Grill. That is in the city of Agoura Hills, and they have been trying to put this guy out of business for I don't know how long. He's been trying to save his business. Now he seems to be up against a new obstacle, which makes no sense to me whatsoever, but it's California. Dave Folds, welcome to the program. How are you?
Good, Glenn. Thanks for having me on the show, man. I appreciate you being such a patriot and helping us out big time. Right now, we've been dealing for months now. We stayed open, dining outside for a couple months when there was the shutdown because we needed to survive. And we had a tremendous amount of support. But, of course, there were some people who were very upset with it. One of them was the county of Los Angeles. And they would find me and cite me. They still come in, the county health, twice a week, and they cite me. And we're dealing with them, and we're moving forward, and I think we're making some headway with them. And in fact, in September, we have our appeals hearing with them. It's an administrative hearing. It's not like a real court hearing. But the big problem, the kicker is right now, the city of Agoura Hills, this small little city, inserted themselves into this fight also, and they're taking me and my partners to criminal court, literally criminal court, where I could spend up to a year in jail because I am operating, they say, without a health permit. And they say I don't have a business license either, which is the crazy thing about it is they made this new requirement. In order to have a business license, you need a health department clearance also. It's almost like they planned this whole thing out to set me up.
Oh, my gosh.
Glenn, it's the craziest thing. And my health department, my health permit is really under appeal because I'm getting my due process, which takes a while sometimes, but it's not good enough for them.
And it's not because you're grinding up mice or rats from the street. It's because your health department thing, your permit was being contested because of COVID, right?
Exactly. Just because we stayed open. We have the cleanest, we have the highest standards. We have this giant A that was in our front window, which they literally took out. They pulled it off. They have a grading system in Los Angeles area. Anyway, it's the only reason is because they didn't like that I was open and I defied their order. And even I have to tell you, even other restaurants and other businesses were upset that I stayed open. When in fact they should be thanking me for pushing back, because if it wasn't for people pushing back, Glenn, this may still be going on.
Oh, I can guarantee you, if it wasn't for the recall, I think absolutely positively this would still be going on.
Yes. Oh, with the governor. But, the recall's happening in a lot of different places, Glenn. There's a lot of people out there and organizations pushing. Just adjacent to us is Ventura County. And there's this lady, Linda Parks, who wanted to sue all of the businesses that stayed open. And there was a handful of them, about 5. And now there's a recall. She's getting recalled. By the way, they dropped all the cases against the businesses that stayed open. And L.A. should do it also. Especially with restaurants, there's so many restaurants that have gone out of business and businesses that have gone out of business. And they actually, the remedy they want, they made us an offer, the city of Agoura Hills. They said that we'll drop the case if you close your restaurant and pay a fine. And close our restaurant until we get our health permit back. But we don't even have a meeting to get our health permit back for another 2 months. But they want us to close immediately and lay people off. It's just crazy.
I have to tell you, it is the destruction of the working middle class. That's what this is. It is the purposeful destruction of people who have built a life and a business for themselves. And I don't understand how anybody with any kind of reason, but you're living in a place without reason. I mean, what are your neighbors saying? What are the people saying?
Well, it's funny you say that, because last night was the last opportunity to talk to the Agora Hills City Council before our court case, because they're off on their next meeting. And we probably it was wonderful. We had about 250 people from the community come. Good. About 50 of them spoke on the microphone, because we weren't on the agenda, but they did let people, I appreciate them doing that. They let everybody talk. We came in power, dude. They started the meeting off saying the Pledge of Allegiance, man. and there was 150 people just yelling it out. It was passionate. People had tears in their eyes. I've never seen anything like this before.
Now, wait a minute. Wait. Is that on the agenda in Agoura Hills? Do they usually start with the Pledge of Allegiance?
Yes, they did. They started with the Pledge of Allegiance.
Good, all right.
Which is great.
Yeah, it is.
And it is, but I think usually about 10 people show to these meetings, They have this nice little council room where, like an auditorium. But let me tell you, we started saying it louder and louder and louder. And it's just like, it's that if you listen, some people, you go to school for years and you say that, we'll see how much longer that happens, but you say that for years, sometimes you don't listen to the words. The words are just wonderful. And we yelled it out. And I felt like John Hancock, writing your name really big, just being really proud. But the support we have was great. And from what we understand, it's a 5-member council, and 3 voted to charge us, and 2 didn't. And it was a closed door meeting when they made this vote some time ago. We asked them to revote, but they said they couldn't do it at this meeting. But the crazy thing about it, two of the people who voted against us early on to press charges against Cronies, one didn't attend at all. She wasn't there. And the other a person was on a Zoom call. And I tell you, she was making these smirks and when people were talking, and just like someone claimed that she even said the B word to somebody describing them. You could read her lips watching her on the monitor. So I just can't believe that the city of Agoura Hills inserted themselves so unnecessarily into this fight when the health department's already dealing with it, when businesses are struggling the way they are, when employees need their jobs.
And what's happening to you is happening to other restaurants where they have to go in for the renewal of their health permit, yada, yada. And the city of Los Angeles is not pursuing any of this. They're just working it out, correct?
Well, with the county of Los Angeles is the one who is in charge of our health permit, and we have it's a process. It's an administrative hearing.
Right, but it's not the county of Los Angeles that's coming after you, right?
No. I'm dealing with a case with them, yes, but it's moving. It's making forward progress. Right, but the city, for whatever reason, after everyone was open, is inserting themselves into this also, wants to get in the ring with us also, so unnecessarily. And by the way, this little city of Agoura Hills also they have to outsource their attorneys, so they're probably paying tens of thousands of dollars to a private law firm to charge us, to charge little Cronies Sports Grill, one of the last mom and pop places around. You go across the country, you travel the country, every shopping center looks the same, whether you're in Atlanta or if you're in, wherever, Miami, it's all the same.
So, Dave, I honestly don't know if this could even be done, and I can't believe I'm saying that in America, but, if they start to say that you're forced to close, I'd sure love to come out and broadcast from your sports grill.
Let me tell you, Glenn, you know what? I'd get you we have the coldest beer in town. I have the best sandwich.
I'm an alcoholic, so probably not a good thing. It'd be a good show. Don't get me wrong. It would be a very good show.
Well, let me tell you, I have great soda. I have great soda. It's awesome, man.
Dave, I'm going to have you talk to my producers. I don't even know what it would take to get that done. On location there in in the Los Angeles County. And they would charge me by the day on taxes too. They're just nightmares out in California. But I would love to stand with you, Dave. Love to stand with you.
Listen, I would be so proud, and I hundreds of people would be so proud to meet you. Yeah. You've done already so much for Cronies Sports Grill. You've done so much for America, and you're a smart man, and you're a common sense guy. And I'm just, I really appreciate you, reaching out and helping me again.
You got it, Dave. Thank you so much.